The shell primary is going to be the object that comes out from the weapon. So whenever you shoot, when you discharge a shot, what does it look like? It's coming up and over. You have the option to say, do you want it in terms of the position? You can set this. This is going to be, so for instance, if I said I want the position on the Y to be above, say we want it to be a full half a tile up here is where the bullet's going to come from. When my weapon rotates upwards or down or left or right, it's going to take this value into effect and then move it accordingly around it. And that's going to be based on whichever view you're using on it. We're going to say this comes from the center. The scale we'll go ahead and say is 10 by 10. Actually, let's drop that down a little bit. We'll say 5 by 5. The collider will turn off. All right, if you want collider on, you may want to have it where the shell casing comes out, hits the ground, and stays inside the scene. You can use the collider, it'll do that. If you don't, it'll just come out and then go through whatever is around it. If you have the physics set for it, then it's going to use the physics to actually drive that portion of it. And then you can set up the physics side as well. One of the things that's usually kind of nice is set a torque so that you have kind of a rotation of it going around the shape. Alright, you have the muzzle flash. So the muzzle flash is going to be based on where the socket is for where the bullet comes out. And then from there, you can say how much is the offset position going to be. The third option here is your depth. So we're going to say it's in front of everything. You may not want it in front of the weapon. You may want it behind the weapon. So just kind of depends on what you're making with it. Scale, again, random size, min max. And then if it's not animation, then how long do you get to display it? And then the last part, this one's actually kind of it can be a back and forth. You can parent it to the weapon, but at the same time, you may find yourself wanting to have like a smoke come out from it. And you want, if the player is going to be running and you just want the smoke to be left behind, then you could unparent it from it so it looks more natural. Alright, and then the last one we'll take a look at here is going to be the tracer. So tracer is just going to be the line that's left behind when the projectile comes out. What is the, if it's enabled, what is it? How long is the trail going to be? What's the thickness from the start to the end? Alright, and then you can choose the color for that part as well.